you guys. I hope you are all doing well, and for today I'm just going to have a very light vlog, and I have a couple of questions for you guys. So I've been looking at other videos and I have seen that many channels do so well just recording and speeding up the cleaning. And I never done this before. I usually like to put an effort in there and just make my time and keep it in a real speed. So I think it's easier on the eyes. But I have a question for you guys. Is that something that you would prefer to watch? Like you seeing the whole thing and it's just speed it up as is? Or should I just keep continue with a heavy editing because it requires a lot of time? Like it's like 10 to 15 hours sometimes to make that many cuts and angles. Do you guys have any desire to watch that, the speed up one, or the regular speed one? So I want to know more about that, what you guys want to see. So for today I am going to take it very slow because I mentioned in the comments, as I had a back and forth with a few of you, that I had a food allergy reaction, and that was about 2 weeks ago, but it was a very bad one. Like it's even affected my kidney. So I'm really just trying to take it slow now, and I sleep a lot, and that's why you have seen less content here, because I'm just taking it easy. Guys, the winter is back here. Like we have rain and cold. So today is gonna be a soup day, and probably I'm going to make some comfort food. We'll see as we proceed with the day. I borrowed this book from a friend and I never heard about this book, but it sounds very interesting. It talks about body types, and it's just asking about like how your body is built light, or is it heavy, or how do you move. And this is basically, it's exactly me, it describes me, so that way I can figure out more about what type of food helping me to feel better and more energized. So it absolutely counts what is your body type and how you move. And yeah, that's an interesting one. I just started to read this and looking into this morning, but it looks very fun. So this is another book that I ordered off of Amazon, and I'm very interested to read that. And what happened, I watched a video on YouTube that was talking about body language. Some of you have asked me what I watch on YouTube, and to be honest, I don't really have that much time to watch anymore since I'm creating the videos. But if I have a time to watch videos, I really love learning more about body language and psychology. And since we are talking about books, this is the latest book that my kids love to read, and it's the driving book. And of course they cannot drive yet, but Cole can drive in a year, and it's a nice way to just read about it. And the good thing is they love to read this because it makes them feel like they are big boys because it's about driving. So both of them are reading this. Yesterday we had to do some grocery shopping because everything was empty, so we really had to go, and I find a couple of great things. So there are stores that I like. You know, the natural grocers is my absolute favorite, but there's another store that has a similar name, is the grocery outlet, because sometimes they have organic foods and flour and just all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you what I got there. So one of the treasure I find there is an organic, I can't even pronounce it, I don't want to butcher the name, but it's a mushroom powder, so I can make soup really fast. Because if you've seen my previous video, I showed you that I was drying some mushroom, and this is how it looks like. This is how it looks, and I got some dried carrots and celery, so I can make a soup very fast. So I think this mushroom powder, I'm sure it tastes good. But this is gonna be an amazing addition, even to just use it for as a spice or sauce, or it's gonna be good. And I also got a monk fruit sweetener. So it says it's a keto friendly, and it's about the same strongness as a sugar. So if you're trying to replace the sugar, the white processed sugar from your food, like honey is a good option, but it has a very strong taste, so it's very tricky to use. If you put it in cookies, it will burn really fast. So this is the only thing with the honey. With maple syrup, I love that. That is my main source of sweetened things, and I think it's the healthiest. It's got so many minerals in there. The other sweetener that you could use is a date sugar, and I only prefer the date itself. So if I make a bar, as you've seen before, like the raspberry bites that I created with that, so the mandel date itself, it's really good, and I like to use that for sweetened things. But if I buy the powder form, the date sugar, what I find, I have to use a lot. One, it's expensive, but also I have to use a lot to get the sweetness. So with the monk fruit, my goal is I don't want to use it to sweeten the food. It's more for aesthetic. I have this little thing for that, to put this sugar in there, or monk fruit, and it's just for a presentation for the food. When you see this nice powdered sugar, it's just, you know, it just looks very nice. And so this is what I'm going to use it for. So this is not for to put it into the cookies. I'm not sure how it would taste. I just tasted it itself. It tastes good. Well, the taste is like it's like sugar. It has a different smell though. It's an interesting smell. I can't put it anywhere. Probably it's like a fruit smell, but it tastes good. It tastes like sugar. So this is for just aesthetic. And also yesterday at this grocery outlet, I've got many kinds of frozen fruits. So this is the 4 that I've got there, and it was way cheaper than anywhere else. I mean, it's not really the store that I would go to do a grocery shopping, but we got some bananas there, and what the... Hey! Squirrel! He just came out of my garden. I think he's stealing something. So this is the beans I've got from my neighbors. It's just beautiful. So next year I'm thinking to have like some kind of form or shape and use it even as a decoration in the garden, because I mean, these are gorgeous. The sage is growing very nicely, so I keep harvesting it and drying it. And I got some more herbs, so oh my goodness, yeah, I need to take care of that today. So this is gonna be... Oh, we got some strawberries. I need to have some of these because I'm going to make some chicken soup, because it's cold and it calls for a soup. Okay, let's take that too. And I got some onions, and I have salads going, and I have the tomatoes. I have some decent amount of peas, and what can I say, the salads are going crazy here. They really like it. Big mistake I made over here is when I had all the radish came up, I do this every year. I just don't have a heart to pull out, you know, the extra ones, so they don't have enough distance between them. So the top was developing, not the root itself. So I need to pull this up, and I have to plant these ones before they die, because this is something I really like. This is the edible flowers that is good for inflammation and all sorts of things. Okay, so originally I wanted to spread them out, but they seem like they developed a very tight root together. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and it's going to probably take over everything here, but I don't mind it. I'm very looking forward to that. Pop, pop, pop. So as you guys can see, they are so big. They are really big. Yeah. You have something to say? Right? They love watermelon. They really like the watermelon. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need some carrots. And I'm going to use some turnips. Yesterday we went to the grocery store, so I got some corn in here and some cabbage, some zucchini, so other fresh veggies. But for the soup I'm gonna need, wow, it's tricky with the camera, I'm gonna need this too.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head.
I got some questions how we doing with the entertaining part with the kids. So we just bought in this table because Cole wanted to have a cozy spot under the bed. So I just pushed this through two dressers here, and then that way we were able to create that spot. I'm sure it's not going to stay that way, but here's the thing, once in a while it's just nice to rearrange the room. They pretty much enjoy it. I mean, that's their thing. They can just push the furniture as they want, but just once in a while it's just nice to change the scenery since we have to stay home a lot. So that helps a little, just to rearrange a little. Sometimes we just move the dining table as well. Sometimes we move to another spot, and it just gives a little bit of a different to the days. And also this is one of the games that they love to play. We got this from a friend, and you're supposed to pull a card and to use that number, and you have to build a shape with that and just build that. I mean, there's many ways to play with that, but it shows more over here. You can see videos about that, but this is something they really enjoy to play with. Okay, this is just a silly thing that George got for the boys, and it's just a very simple thing, and it just shows everything in 3D on the top, so it looks like it's outside. I don't know how much you can see that, but it's kind of like a fun thing, and it's just, it can open conversation. So this silly type of things helps us on the day when they don't feel up to just sit down and learn from the books. So this is a warm-up, and we start to have a conversation about and just doing things, and after that they don't even realize they start to learn. So it's a good piece to start a learning on a day when they don't feel up to that. Another thing that I've got from the grocery outlet is that this plant, and I really love this. I just really love this. It looks like that I paint on my arts. I like to paint some plants. This is the name because I know you guys going to ask me about it. I can't pronounce it, but that's the name. And it needs bright indirect light. So good luck with that plant, but in that house, but I really like it. And the lesson that I learned with the plants in this house, I mean, this is a small house, it's not even 1,000 square feet, that I've got a bunch of plants. I got really excited, and the plants got excited too. They started to grow and we just realized we had to go around these plants so much. So if you remember, I had a few bigger ones. I gave them to my friends who has more space for that, and instead of that I'm trying to buy more succulents. Succulents are amazing to clean the air. Also the spider plant, it's really nice. So this was the base for my big plant and I just put the smaller one in there and I think it looks great with that. So I'm going to plan on to buy smaller ones. So I have this one for about a year or so, or it's almost 2 years. I have this one, so it doesn't grow fast, and I got 3 more. This is from Home Depot. And so succulents are great to clean the air and they don't grow fast, so this is a perfect option in a small house. Oh my goodness, wow, that is one serious rain, guys. This is Oregon. Wow, that's very loud. Is it leaking? Wow, even this one gets wet. Usually we don't get a rain on this deck because of the big tree. Whoa, did you hear that? Okay guys, the chickens are all safe and good, but let me show you what's going on here. Look at that. I mean, it's water everywhere. Whoa, this is really bad. Look at the chicken coop. So we put them up there, and then once the rain is settled, we're going to move this whole situation over here. We need 4 person to move that, so we're going to wait for Jot. The food is all soaked, but they are up, safe and warm and dry, so they should be good. Ooh. Oh! Ow! Okay. Whoa, that's not good. Wow. Okay. Holy moly. Okay, guys, so this is the other side. Oh, this is so deep. I don't think Jod can park the car here. I mean, it's really deep. Whoa. Did I put the heat on? Are you cold? Okay. Whoa.
I don't have to take a shower today.
Yes, you still have to take a shower today. That's not the same. Guys, this is really crazy out there. The main problem, you need to use a soap for sure.
Kitties! Hey, hi! Hello!
So, all the water is gone now. It's looking really good. So the chickens are safe. Right, guys? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.